right, been a few days. Got some parts rounded up for Gonzo here. We're able to get the correct pinion seal for it. Got that all put together. Driveline's back in. I thought the driveline was going to be too short, but it turns out that the way the yoke fits in the transmission, it's all but bottom, so it's only got 3/4 inches of plunge travel, which is perfect. Yeah, that was nice to not have to build a driveline. We got all of this stuff all bolted in. Looks good. The rotors that I had wouldn't fit because it put the caliper too deep into the wheel. So I tracked down these rotors. I'm hoping they'll work. These are for a S10 Blazer. They've got more offset this way, so it'll put the caliper outside of the wheel more. But these do have a smaller pilot, and it's not the right bolt pattern. So we're gonna have to do some modification on these rotors to make them work. I generally prefer to do off-the-shelf rotors, but there just isn't an off-the-shelf rotor that'll work. And odds are we'll probably never have to replace the rotors on this again, so having to do a little machine work on them isn't that big of a deal. I'll chuck the rotor up in the lathe to open this pilot up about 3/8 of an inch or so to fit over the axle. And then to re-drill the bolt pattern, we've got this little adapter that's in Caden's paws.
Yep.
It'll make it pretty easy. So we got this transfer punch, and then Caden will transfer punch it right into the rotor.
Hold on, I moved a little. There we go. Okay. Nice thing about this is it doesn't have to be completely exact, because if you open it up a little big, or
yeah, we can just drill them 5/8, and that'll give us plenty of room to slide over those 1/2-inch studs. But I'll make the pilot almost exactly the pilot on the axle here, so then it'll be hub centric.
That'll line it up, and then the rest it just needs to be sandwiched good and tight.
Yep, we're sure it fits over the hat though, right? Before we do this.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah, no, we're pretty confident.
Oh yeah, we got like almost
about
a 1/4 to spare.
All the way around?
All the way around.
We were figuring about an 8.
Yeah, that was what I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's, yeah, probably is 3/16 or so, but yeah, there's plenty of room. Okay, so let's go ahead and avoid the warranty on it.
All right, so just showing you really quick what we do to drill the second set of holes, because these rotors are S10 rotors, so there's 5 on 4 and 3/4, and where you need 5 on 5. So that's what those holes I drilled are. What I do, we just take, this is the rotor we tried to make work, that put the caliper in the wheel, just clamp it on, and then I use this cutter. That's what it looks like. We call them annular cutters, people call them rotor broaches. There's, like anything in this world, there's a million names for it. So just clamp it, and I use the existing holes as a pilot to do that. And then on the second one, spin it over, flip them on top of each other, and take some bolts that fit. I just bolt them together. Obviously I gotta tighten those up. Center it up, and look at this. I have a perfect template to go like this, and right there, this fits right in the same hole, 9/16, drills in, makes it super easy. Done it on several sets of rotors, and it works about 90% of the time. Occasionally you get a rotor made out of something a little bit harder than regular cast iron, and it will destroy the bit, but like I said, 90 to 95% of the time this works awesome. Well, that looks good. Had to cut it down because it had some ears on this bracket. Caden will grab the other one to show you, but it would kind of sit up like this. So then a lot of the pad was sticking off. So we just cut it off so it'll come down. And now the whole pad engages versus,
Yeah, a little bit like this.
it was like maybe half.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's perfect. It might take a little bit more off the edges of that. Yeah, I just hit the grinder with it, kind of flatten them out.
Okay.
They work just fine, here or there. You know, I gotta protect my scalp. I don't need to be Tyson. I like having hair on my head, so.
I sure wore my Gonzo shirt.
Hey, glasses. It's a lot less to cut, just a straight.
Yeah, no, these are easy. Just take the cutoff wheel and cut them.
With glasses on, right?
Yeah, I do actually wear glasses for that. I don't generally for other things, but
What do you think of those new safety glasses?
they're nice. It comes with a little bag, which I kind of like. So.
You can put them away and keep them clean?
Yep.
The pilot on the axle is a fair amount bigger. So we're gonna open this up to match. So this pilot measures 2.825, so we got to open up the center hole in this rotor to about that, maybe just a smidge bigger, to 830 or so, just so it has a little bit of clearance so it slides on and off easy. Good, that's it. Okay.
Let's check that it slides on the other side since it has all the studs in it.
Okay.
So don't hit your head on that bedside. You've about done it a few times.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go through. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Well, hopefully, since I definitely own these rotors, hopefully they'll work. We can put the one caliper together with the pad that's already cut.
Okay.
And then see if the wheel will clear it. These are 1/2-inch studs. So a regular 1/2-inch C-clip works really good to hold the rotor in place while you're doing this kind of stuff. Can't leave them on because it'll hold the wheel from sitting tight against the rotor, but for mock-up purposes.
You need your persuader?
Yeah, you would give that a little hit.
Yeah.
Just hitting the end of this.
Yeah, just perfect. Okay. There we go. That holds
You didn't
it.
have hands? You didn't have enough hands or brains.
Exactly. My 3 active brain cells just aren't up to the task, so.
When you do that,
Okay.
or there's just 3.
So,
3 firing.
Yeah.
yeah, that looks perfect. So we need to put the caliper together,
Uh-huh.
and we're just gonna sit it right here on the top, and then we can slide the tire on and see if it's gonna clear.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when we put the tire on, we need to make sure that the wheel weights are down, so, because they're not gonna, there's no way the wheel weights clear the caliper. Because this is where the caliper is gonna sit, it's right here where that wheel weight is. So we can use the old-fashioned mag wheel clip-on weights that go right there on the bead.
And you have those?
Tire stores do.
All right. Now we're ready. Sitting down. I think it needs to sit. Really, honest?
Is the outside pushed tight against the rotor? The outside, not the inside. So this way, so that we have an accurate, this is where it's gonna wanna rub, is
Oh, yeah,
right
it's-
here on this surface. So.
Yeah, it's pushed. It's pretty snug sitting on.
Perfect. No, that's exactly what we want.
All right. Excuse me.
Weight down. You got the weight up. There you go. Perfect. That'll work. Hey, there's a bedside there.
Well, at least I hit it with the tire and not my head.
Ah. Is it gonna clear?
Just barely be good.
All right.
Let's see. Huh, I think it's gonna clear. I think it is too. There's like an 1/8 in there.
The wheel is actually sitting down a little bit on the stud.
I think the weight will actually clear.
Take it off and spin it and see. Weight up.
Hey, I only hit the bedside once, not like 3 times.
I just have to prove that it's still the wrong thing to do. It will clear.
Oh my goodness, it will.
Look at that. I mean, just barely. Not gonna put 2 layers of wheel weights in there, but it will clear 1. See?
Wow.
All right, we're on the right track.
You didn't throw money away.
Yay.
Guess there's a
I'm
first time
evolving.
for everything.
Yeah.
Pulled the old brake lines out. This combination valve, these things, we're not really big fans of them, and this one leaks, so we'll get rid of it. These lines, where they're square body lines with the spiral, we kind of stretched them to make it work. They don't look all that great. We're here running lines, so we're gonna fix it.
Ken says they don't look great. It's because they look terrible. They look horrendous. So something we've been wanting to fix. So here's our time to do it. Since we're running new brake calipers, we'll just replumb everything and make it look a whole lot better. And I did this originally, so one of those tight time frame deals, trying to get it done.
I'll throw you under the bus. You didn't think it was your truck. You're like, it's Paul's, it doesn't matter.
No, it was, we got a time frame, and I'd rather have crappy looking brake lines than not be able to drive it, so.
All I hear is excuses.
Yep, all I care is that we drove it, so. And it's been fine. It's worked just fine.
Yeah, it works good. It just,
Sometimes it's good practice to do something just good enough, because doing everything at a high level all the time sometimes gets to be, kind of gets to be hard on a person's mental state.
Just updating it means you can update it.
Exactly. While Ken's doing that, I'm working on the exhaust. So with these trailing arms in the way, the exhaust system gets completely redone. The muffler that I had on it was really quite small, and I didn't do a very good job. I just had it tacked in there because I knew it was just temporary to make it quiet so we could drive it. Even with this small muffler, there's no place to put it. On the long beds, we put them right here above the trailing arms, but on a short bed, there just isn't enough room. And so it might fit right there. Yeah. But the problem is it's gonna be trying to cook the floor of the bed.
Oh.
If it was a steel floor truck, I would do that, but a wood floor truck, probably not a great idea. And I want wood. This will get wood for sure, so I don't want to redo this exhaust system. So really the only place it'll fit is right here. I'll have to redo this bed brace. I think we'll do this, and it'll just fit in behind the back bumper. It'll get a grandpa step bumper on the back, so we'll make sure it fits behind that.
is that really what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'll trim it back. It'll be kind of a middle-aged step bumper, so even though I am a grandpa, but for now, I have this muffler right here.
That's a muffler?
This is a muffler.
Oh, it's a baby.
Kind of a muffler. So pretty straight through. Craven makes these, and I think I'll put it right here, so it will fit right there, and it won't bake the floor. So this will kind of act like a resonator. So I'll put that there, get this all piped back past the gas tank, and I'm gonna run it with that just to see how loud this is, because really the whirly muffler and this may tone it down enough to be drivable.
What whirly muffler?
The whirly muffler? That's called the turbo. It does a pretty good job of quieting it down, the mufflers do, so that, or turbos do, so that's why we call them whirly mufflers. Those two might do it, so, because I don't know if I have enough bends to go all the way to the other mufflers, but I really want to drive this truck.
Dad, I think what you're trying to say with the whirly muffler is those of you at home that want to get a turbo approved with your wife, you just tell her you need a whirly muffler.
You just call it a whirly muffler, and it'll quiet things up, so. Yep. Even though loud pipes do save lives, you got to do what you can to get it past upper managements. Yep. Sorry, it's probably not smart for me to tell my wife all my tricks, huh?
The poor wives that are watching right now are like, I don't know if I want you to keep watching this video.
Yeah. I'm
See
gonna.
how it sounds.
It'll stay on either way, but if it's reasonable, I may just leave it like that. But if it's still kind of obnoxious, then I'll finish running it. Add that other muffler back there.
And kind of obnoxious is okay. It's
Yeah.
like heavily obnoxious.
Yeah, like wake up the neighbors at 6 in the morning or 11 o'clock at night and stuff like that. I don't want the exhaust to do that necessarily. That's what the tires are for.
And the
so-
cutout pipe.
And the, yeah, and the, yep, and the hater pipe. So while Kian's been busy and I've been busy-ish, Caden, I'm trying not to lie. Caden's been over here building brackets for the calipers, so.
You got one done?
Not quite. You guys have been too busy talking. I mean, to be honest.
Gotta keep the viewers updated here so they know what the world we're doing.
Anyway, so this is just the bracket that goes from this bracket to the axle.
And that'll be welded on the axle.
Yeah, it'll go here, yeah.
Yep, I'll weld that to the housing. Okay, looks like you're just ready to drill a couple holes and
Yeah, I think
Let's fit that one
gotta,
there.
yeah, I gotta finish grinding this one and go on. But,
oh, okay.
so I just tested it.
Still a little too small, is that?
Yeah, just here at the ends.
Oh, I see. Perfect. Another new day in the shop. Kian and Caden were able to get quite a bit done. I did get a few things done as well. But today we have Dusty and Tyson here. They're back from their grand adventures that they've had over the last month or so.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. They're probably still wearing scars from a couple of those adventures, but that's a subject for another video. So
They're internal.
they're internal. Yeah. I'll get back on the exhaust, see if I can get that wrapped up, and I'll put these two to work on brake lines and brackets and all that good stuff.
Keep hitting your head.
It's still really hot.
Is it bad if it's hot?
Yeah, there's a sill right here.
Oh.
We're just trying to keep that sill from melting slowly.
So you're putting cold water on it.
Yeah, it's hot.
So he's just doing one little spot and then moving.
Yeah, he's back and forth. I've already finished my project. I'm just waiting on them to
What was your plan?
take the shackles off. The shackle holders. Done.
So you look like you just woke up.
I woke up like an hour ago. Just tired.
Somebody asked me if the pacer of Robbie's was Corbett approved.
Yes, it is. Look how hollow that thing is. There's nothing in there. Hopefully it actually works.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there is just like,
There's not much to it.
yeah, there's just like a one plate with a bunch of holes in it.
Yep.
What are we doing here?
Bending some brake lines. What are you doing?
I was just videoing.
Goofing. He's goofing.
New boot goofing.
I'm just goofing. New boot goofing. Oh!
Did you show him your new boots?
Oh, yeah, dude. So we brake lining now?
Brake lining. Yep. So
Probably bend it.
We're gonna shepherd tuck it.
I'll just want to put your fitting on it first.
yeah, that was the next thing.
Jesse.
Yeah, shepherd took it right there. It'll be fine. So
That was what we were gonna give her a whirl right there. There's your Sharpies. And then we were gonna do the same thing, just shepherd hook straight out and into that fitting right there.
yeah.
That T.
So Yeah, so if you add probably an inch to the length of that, you should have inch tension.
How's it going?
Good. Let's see how many bad comments we can get.
If you don't use power tools, you won't break your
Because I'm trying to break my taps here.
You're supposed to use a 10-hour tool.
You use them all the time though, a power tool, don't you?
I know. Let's see, we've done like
so many less taps with the impact than without.
Yeah.
So,
Dad, you gotta pay attention to what you're doing.
You're gonna break it.
Dad, you gotta go slow. You gotta focus. You're not using it.
Focus on what? on the squirrels going by? Yeah.
Wait. What are you doing though?
I'm breaking tabs so I can get bad comments. No, we're drilling and tapping holes for the clamps that hold the lines to the frame. You can kind of look up in the frame here and see the ones that we've successfully put in without breaking any tabs. Let me show you.
See that? All I see is hands.
Hold on, you stop yelling so much.
You are just the most tender, softest hearing thing.
Feelings, regardless of what people think. See that?
Yay!
Without breaking the
Tyson, we are super proud of you. That is an amazing job. You are excellent at what you do.
I know.
Kudos.
was that hard? Was that so hard?
Here, how about some more prouds?
Your little exhaust looks good. Or your little muffler.
The little baby muffler, yep. Yeah. It may not be too obnoxious either, so.
Have you heard it yet? Let's hear it.
Yeah.
I got you.
She sounds good. I don't think you need the other muffler.
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. I'm amazed. Oh, you can actually hear the turbo through the exhaust. Yeah. It's got a little bit of a farm truck back wrap on it, but that's okay.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, this is a farm truck, so we might as well. Now, I just got to add another piece to that tailpipe so it isn't blowing right on the fuel tank.
Oh, yeah, that might be good. Wow.
I'll probably just put a 20 or 30 degree angle out on it, keep it from blowing all over that tank.
Caden's noisy. He's over there building.
Salvaging furniture.
I got this one for free from them.
And you're fixing it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's so much better. That thing's heavy though, holy crap.
Yeah.
That might be fun to pack up 2 flights of stairs. Huh?
Which is the rear, or is it opposite? Like they like to mess with you.
So the big line is the rear, which I think is the front port.
Yes. So
that-
the front is the.
Front is the rear, so
That's what I thought.
And that's where you put the portioning valve on the rear or on the front?
on the rear.
So it actually needs to.
The line that the brake line that goes to the rear, or the front port on the master cylinder.
And
Can I make that any more confusing for you?
And then
But-
this one could go.
And that way you can reduce the amount of rear brake you have and give yourself more front brake for your burnouts.
Well, yeah, reduce the rear so when you get in a panic situation, the rear brakes don't lock up.
And slide you around.
Yeah, you do
think
like a
that's-
little pirouette as you run into whoever you're trying to avoid.
So it gets a little scary, especially with something that doesn't have any weight over the rear axle.
Kind of like this truck.
So we just gotta figure out how to make a bracket from that. That looks okay.
I think we're on the way to handles and you have to lock up the brakes.
Just get his blessing and then we'll start going. We're spending some more lines.
Oh, and then you'll tee into that one and you'll be done?
Yep. For the rear.
For the rear, you have to redo the front?
Yeah, that's what it says. But it's ready. It's just got to do the same thing that we're doing at the front or the rear.
It's looking good, Tice. Great
Thanks.
job. Super proud of you.
I showered this week.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Even better. Just this week, huh?
That's enough, right?
Once a week?
Yeah.
I would say every 18 to 24 hours.
Oh.
That seems like a lot.
All right. I can get them to work.
Both lines gonna line up pretty good then, you think?
Oh, yes, sir.
Good deal. It's gonna look so much better having those lines tucked up on the firewall and routed all neat and tidy.
Yeah. Yep. I bent this one a little too close to the end, so.
Oh, just didn't have enough to make the bend?
And then trying to straighten it. Got a
Oh,
little
yeah.
kinky in Western, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
out.
okay. Good deal. It's easy enough to...
Scrap pile.
Yep, easy enough to use that as your template. So.
Yep.
Awesome. Oh, looks good. Huge improvement. We got
The curly cues are gone.
Nice. Let's see how it looks under here. That's about 1,000,000 times better too. Got our adjustable proportioning valve there on the firewall, and run the rear brake there on the outside of the master cylinder, and on the inside, the engine side, we'll run the front. That was the cleanest way we could see to do it.
What you think?
Oh, this looks so much better.
Like that.
Oh, nice.
There and there.
Get your little clamps there. And... All right, let's see who gets the Phillips through the thumb.
He's missing most of his nails, so.
Okay,
We'll
fine.
just take out another one. He blamed me for the one.
Did I?
Yeah, I can't even see that
yeah.
far. I'm too blind.
There we go. Perfect. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
On our first try.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure you get that in editing. That was the first try.
First try.
Yeah. Okay, everything's all done up top, so we just got to do these last two connections right here, and I think we'll be ready to put some brake fluid in it.
Good.
Yeah, that looks good.
That looks really good.
That holds it really nice. So once we get that clamp back in,
It's right here somewhere.
oh, I haven't seen it. Oh, it's not there.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh,
I know I just left it right here somewhere. Yeah. Not too shabby at all.
yeah, that looks really good. Okay. Yeah, snug that down.
Okay, you can go back to pumping. Okay, just hold it.
Making another mess on the floor. It's like he doesn't care.
Okay, you can let up. Do you want to check the fluid in there?
Holding?
Okay, we'll call that good.
It's sprayed everywhere.
You like it? Brake should work good.
Goes clear like you want him to?
I don't know, can't tell. We'll have to take it out of gear.
No, it hits. It hits the weights.
It hits the weights?
I figure it's going to. I just don't want it to hit the wheel.
We thought the weights were gonna clear, but maybe not.
Thought they were just barely hitting the weights. And schwack.
Right there.
Right there.
So close. Like, you get this rolling backwards and it'll self-clear pretty quick.
Probably.
Like, you have room.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna hit definitely not gonna hit the wheel.
This is barely.
Yeah, it's just barely hitting the weights.
I think we need to pop this tire off and grind that caliper.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just the top of the caliper?
Yeah.
You want to do both?
It's going to be based on how the bracket got welded to the housing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So,
So whose fault is that?
Not mine, that's all I know.
Ian's.
It's
He's
Ian.
not here, so that's good for me. Because honestly, it's probably my fault. That's Kian's for sure. See how I'm nice to you?
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about. Like,
Reciprocation thing?
yeah, if I could reciprocate, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll
Even
try.
when you're mean, I don't reciprocate towards you. Yeah.
Okay.
Were you mean to him or something?
Yeah.
Always.
I say mean things if I stand once in a while. He's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Tyson's Arcaden's a sarcastic little.
Yeah, he is a little. It's all right. I'll pay him back. I'm gonna give him a massive hug, and
I'm gonna go put that other tire on.
He hates it.
Good. Good.
That's been some little shavings. Yeah, I'm glad you got glasses on. Does that hit too?
Yeah.
Hits the same spot?
Similar.
Dusty and Tyson got a bunch of things done, but they had to sneak out. It was getting pretty late. Got the brakes done and bled. I was able to get the exhaust system all welded up. I had enough bends to actually run the exhaust clear out the back.
Oh, sure enough.
Why don't you guys comment and tell me how you like your exhaust, if you're like a Prius kind of guy, or if you like the old days of the chambered exhaust on the muscle cars and everything in between. So I'm guessing that this is going to sound a lot like the old 60s muscle car chambered exhausts.
Is that what you like?
It's probably going to be a little loud for me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting a resonator right there at the end of the tailpipe. So I just tacked this tip on just to point it down to kind of quiet it a little bit. So that's why it only has a couple of tacks on it. So most likely I'll be cutting it here, putting the resonator here, and then putting a tip on it after that.
You're a grandpa now, you like it all quiet?
I've never really been a really, really loud exhaust kind of guy.
I'm a really, really loud exhaust kind of girl, so.
I kind of love it. I love the motor rumble, but I love the exhaust too.
Okay, well, I'll start it up and tell me what you think.
Okay. Maybe we won't actually hear the street traffic.
Okay, I'm in love.
That's awesome.
It's pretty loud, but
No,
we'll see what
it's good.
Yeah, we'll see what it sounds like on the inside. It might be pretty tolerable on the inside. I'm afraid it's gonna drone. So, I don't know. We'll drive it, make a final decision. It's easy enough to add a resonator. Comments, tell us what you think about it.
How did the brakes feel?
Actually pretty good.
Want to drive it?
Yeah.
All right, guys, here we go.
Well, just barely noisier in the cab than it was, so.
I don't even notice any noisier. It's maybe because I have the windows down. sounds pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's
That's all it sounds. I didn't say you leave it.
yeah, we'll see.
She sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds really good on the inside. Brakes aren't spectacular. It's weird, the pedal feels good, but it just doesn't stop real well. Hopefully once those rear brakes break in a little bit, they'll work better. Wow, yeah, that sounds terrible.
No, it doesn't look like it's hitting anything, though.
Well, it sure feels like it is. It's still
Yeah.
very good.
I mean, it's moving inside it, so I have no idea what.
Yeah, we'll run back and...
But I'm really happy with how it sounds.
Oh yeah, exhaust tone's pretty good.
And you were worried. We don't have tons of brakes. It scared the crap out of me.
We got sufficient. It sound terrible. I don't know what the heck's going on there.
Yeah.
Let's go back and inspectigate the brakes and see what's going on.
But I don't think we're going to have to do anything to the exhaust.
No. Hey, and the oil pressure's good too.
Woo-hoo!
It's hovering right around 55, 60. It's pretty good.
It does clear the wheel, huh?
Oh yeah, it's not touching the wheel. It's not making a mark on anything. It's not touching the...
Is it staying stuck on and grinding down the rotor?
No, it's not. It's fine. Oh, that's it right there.
Just that little piece of caliper bracket?
Because it's right on the very end of the rotor.
Uh-huh.
Like the part that faces us, it's rubbing right there.
Oh.
See how that one's smooth?
Yeah, what could be?
I don't know. I'm not sure what would be gouging that. It just has to be the caliper bracket rubbing on it. That's weird.
Get it back up in the air?
Yeah, I'll have to get back up in the air and pull that tire and see what's going on. See what I got to do to get it fixed. Got this back in the shop, pulled the caliper off just to see what I could see on what the noise is. As you can see right there, there's some rub marks on the edge of the rotor. And that's what I saw when I looked down inside. There's the corresponding rub marks on the caliper itself. Just barely. I didn't hardly take anything, so I'll take a grinder or a burr bit or something and take some material off of this. It's not going to take hardly anything, 20 thousandths maybe at the most. Not even enough to really affect the strength of the caliper at all. It's funny that this side decided to rub and the other side is just fine. Easy enough fix. I'll get it handled and put it back together and go for another drive. Did a little grinding with a belt sander here. Didn't have to take much off. About 20 thousandths like I thought. Just got it back together. So I just want to make sure we have some clearance between the rotor and the caliper now. So I have, looks like 11 thousandth and a 12 thousandth feeler gauge. So about 23 combined. Let's see if we can get this to go in there. Yep, so I got 20 something thousandths of clearance there between the rotor and the caliper. I think it's good. I'll throw this tire on and go drive it again and hopefully it doesn't make any more noise. Well, I think it's fixed. Stops good, sounds good. This new motor sure runs good. Way better throttle response and just a ton of fun to drive.
I don't think he meant to hit the gravel. this. Look at my driveway. Woo.
Well,
Are you happy?
oh, Gonzo always makes me happy. So
It'll be interesting when the bed's in, when you put a bed floor in.
yeah.
It'll just not come out through the bed. Look at that.
Yeah, it did it a whole lot better that time, so it finally has spooled up a lot better, so oh heck, that's funny. Okay, well, that takes care of it for today. Till next time, remember, don't hide your light because you're afraid to outshine others. Others need your light to see beyond the shadows. Thanks for watching.
I'm just wondering how you feel about those double 11s. Or those 11s, or what do you call them?
Well, these are just 11s. We need the dually for the double 11s, so that's pretty good. It hasn't done a burnout that good ever, I don't think. So.
For both tires, for sure, no.
Yep.